bees, be like, you do.
Right, yes.
But you
We're
gotta,
so excited to be here. You too. We
right.
pumped up.
We
We're so
are pumped
excited to
up.
talk about these hot topics,
The
y'all.
hot topics. We got the hot goss.
We got the hot goss.
LOL. I'm looking for things, and I feel like this is. LOL. This is a really horrible filter. It's bad. Really horrible. Let's do something fun. I'm not gonna do. Ooh, I'm gonna do the flower art on my face because I don't want to do nothing on my hair in case y'all end up wanting this to be a toot.
I know, right? But what's up, YouTube?
What's up? Welcome in. We are the happiest black women you know because we are lesbians who chose freedom by building an off-grid life in Hawaii. And y'all, it's been a long time coming.
Yes, we're about to do a retwist on Wifey's hair while talking about
Miss Nicki threesome.
Nicki threesome, aka Nicki Minaj, in the news again being so problematic.
Barbs, y'all need to come get y'all leader because she tripping.
I know. Y'all got to comment if y'all are still a barb or not.
I know. I need to know, are y'all still barbs? It's fine if you are. You know what I mean? We're not going to come for you, but we are curious what you guys, where y'all head at with this. Do y'all think this is completely normal?
Right.
Or regular? Or are y'all rolling with her new vibe?
Y'all, please let us know in the comments. And if you're in the live, like the live. Once we get to 10 likes, we're going to do a hair reveal because we're retwisting Wifey's hair. Ooh. So go ahead and like the live. But yeah, I can't believe everything going on with Nicki. We gonna get to it. But we need to know what y'all think. Need to know. We're also going to touch on the Beckham family and their drama. Welcome in. The Beckham
family and their drama. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Make sure you like the live. Hit that thumbs up button.
When we get 10 likes, we're going to reveal the hair.
What my real hair looks like.
Uh-huh. It's not blue, in case you're confused.
I'm Marge Simpson.
Oh, that's so true. I don't know about you, but I'm grateful we can even talk about Nicki because there was a time when the barbs would come and dox you. Now it's free range. Everyone's
y'all
talking
ain't got
about
all that
Nicki.
smoke no more.
Y'all ain't got that smoke no more.
Yo, leader done left you in the out in the open.
Right, exactly.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Welcome in. Go ahead and hit that like. We're gonna get the hair and hot topic started when we get 10 likes in the streams.
10 likes.
We're talking about Nicki Minaj. We're doing a retwist. We're doing all of it. And then there's been a lot of news coming out. We may or may not be talking about Shira 7. We may or may not be giving an update on Court and Lex. Let us know in the comments if you want us to address those two, all the topics. In general, if there's a hot topic and we're not talking about it, let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
I feel like Court and Lex is so uneventful. We could really go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I feel like I was late to Court and Lex as a whole, you know, but I was also not following them closely after I found them. I think I told you when I first told you about them, I was always like, maybe at another time when I'm, ready to have a baby, I would follow them, you know, because I just always knew them for their pregnancy journey.
Yeah.
But as the breakup unfolds, everybody's like, we knew and we saw this coming and the main thing, and I'm sure you guys did, that's very valid. But no, why?
So frustrating.
Why?
So frustrating. And so inconsistent.
It makes me so sad, YouTube.
YouTube, fix at Black Lesbian Off-Grid J's Oh, welcome in. Hit that like button. We're about to start the hair and the hot topics when we hit 10 likes. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up. No, but YouTube, please fix at Black Lesbian Off Grid J's streaming. We never had this issue before.
Doing me dirty, YouTube.
Doing you dirty. How long do you feel? Go ahead and hit that like button so we can get started on this hair. Welcome in and let us know your thoughts on Nicki Minaj and her latest controversy, or the Beckham family, or any other hot topics drama. Let us know in the comments. We're gonna talk about it today while we're retwisting her locks.
Go ahead.
No, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say the only thing really that I have to say final about Court and Lex.
Oh yeah, Court and Lex. LOL.
Only thing I got to say about them is y'all talking about one of them is lesbian and the other one ain't lesbian. First of all, I don't know why y'all need to discuss people's labels so intimately and clearly and explicitly. And also, second of all, they was both with that man.
Right.
So if they're both of their lesbian cards are being looked over
Declined.
and reviewed.
Yes.
Okay, they both of them is under review. Lex still with the man, so I feel like her application is gonna be kicked back a lot sooner. But Court's still under review too, because they decided to do that together. Okay,
Absolutely.
and y'all talking about she look uncomfortable. She ain't look uncomfortable to me. She was laying on that chest like she had been thinking about it for a long time. So I don't know what y'all talking about. That one ain't gay. Yes, or that one is. They're both gay. They're both queer, but they're also both male attracted.
Right. Absolutely. To bring someone in like that, you're not a lesbian. Because they also didn't specify. They also didn't. Welcome in. Go ahead and hit the like button so we can start on this hair. We're gonna get the hair started when we hit 10 likes. Go ahead and share the live so you can get this retwist done. If you want to see the reveal,
share the live with your friends and your families.
But yeah, I feel like it's interesting with the breakup dramas that whether it's Court and Lex or Chrissy and Desmond. Shout out to our previous stream that we put out where we go into it. People always like to say who's one person's fault, pick a side, and it just shows that they're not married because there is no such thing. They make it seem like it's like that on TV with marriage, but it's not. It's two. It's both. It's everything. One person isn't living in a vacuum. So it's both of their fault. But go ahead and hit the like button. We're gonna reveal the hair when we hit 10 likes. So, but yeah, I feel like the lesbian community probably is in turmoil right now. Because so much of the representation is poor right now in some way, especially in the Black lesbian community. So, yeah. Okay. So, would you say your hair's dry enough?
Yeah.
I'm down to go ahead and get started.
Let's get started.
Okay. Wow. Okay, let me just hang this up so it could dry. Be right back. Okay.
I got an afro under here.
All right. So let's part it where you want it to be parted. Oh, wow. I see what you mean about the rebasing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a scrunchie if you need it. Welcome in. We're doing hair today. Go ahead and hit the like button. And let us know your thoughts about Nicki Minaj and her latest drama. Let us know your thoughts on the Beckham family if you're following that. Or any celebrity breakups that are happening right now. There's a lot of them. I can do this. This is what you want a section. I can make sure it's even. It's probably easier for me to do it because I can see the the back of your head and make sure it's straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. There you go. So, should we talk about Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
All right. So I told you I'm focusing on the hair.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Or talk about what it's ever on your mind.
LOL. No, I feel like okay. Well, I told y'all about the Cord and Lex. That was the only thing that was on my mind. The update that they were both with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they both decided to do it together. And I agree and like what you said that all couples, it takes two. It doesn't matter what it is. Nobody divorces themselves. Nobody cheats on themselves. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's kind of my thing with that. They both were in on it and into it for a time. So with I guess start with the Beckham fam.
Start with the Beckham fam. Okay.
Yeah. So Beckham fam, I'll be honest, I was not that interested in that story until really I shared it with A, Black Lesbian Off Grid A.
Mm-hmm.
And when I shared it with Black Lesbian Off Grid A, she was like, she kind of was like she could resonate with the story. So we ended up deciding that we wanted to talk about it. So basically, I'm not familiar with the Beckham children, honestly. I'm only familiar with Victoria Beckham because Spice Girls was, in fact, my favorite movie. Could be an origin to my gay awakening because I loved the Spice Girls. I loved every single one of them. I don't even think I had a favorite for real because I just thought they were all amazing. I wanted to be all of them. You know what I mean?
Because they were.
It's so true. So bringing up the Spice Girls is because that's really all I know about Posh. Should I wear my little black Gucci dress, my little batch Versace dress? And I hadn't really paid much attention to her after that. And then she married David Beckham, and that was cool. You know what I mean? But I'm American, so shout out to all the football of all kinds heads. But soccer, I feel like just honestly became a thing in America. We've been on that American football for a really long time. So I really wasn't even that big of a fan of David Beckham. Obviously know who he is because he's one of the GOATs. But that's all I know about him.
Yeah. So this would be great to share, like, compare and contrast, like, our perceptions, because as someone who grew up in the UK, so David, I feel like before what Prince William and Kate, there was no young couple, right? No one young royalty. And Victoria Beckham, and David Beckham getting together was basically like William and Kate. It was such a huge deal because the Spice Girls are British and they're a worldwide phenomenon. So it was like the most successful girl group. And David Beckham was basically like because soccer is such a big sport in the UK, he was basically the UK's Brad Pitt, like sexiest man alive, and he's the best soccer player. National treasures. Two national treasures got together.
Right.
And until William and Kate, they were that royalty, like the way that Taylor Swift and her football boyfriend are.
Oh, Travis
Kelce. You know what I mean? That was like the UK version of that. They were America's sweethearts. You know what I mean? British sweethearts. Like, they were everywhere. And I absolutely remember the name Brooklyn Beckham because it's like they named their son after this American city. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like negative or anything. It was just at the time when people were naming their kids Apple. And you know what I mean? And it was like, oh yeah, of course they have a trendy name for their kid. And now Brooklyn is a way more popular child's name, and a lot of it was because of them. So that's my background on Victoria and David Beckham.
Yeah. So that son is now grown, I guess. And do you know how many kids they have?
I don't. I know they have at least two. but I'm sure they could continue to have more.
That photo of them was big. I
Yeah.
know that much. I couldn't fit them all in the screen.
And I wasn't sure if they were all. I'm not sure if they were all their kids, if they were, but it looked like they had their son and daughter on each side. Because at first I was like, who's that girl that David Beckham's hugging close like that? And I realized now that that's like the daughter, obviously.
Right. Okay. So they've got a bunch of kids. I mean, not like a ridiculous amount, but a good amount. I think like 4 or 5.
Okay.
And honestly, if you know how many kids they have, let us know in the
Let
chat.
us know in the chat.
Or leave a comment. Yeah.
So you said Brooklyn Beckham's now grown.
Yes. I was gonna try to do a thing. This was working today.
Go ahead.
Beckham's. I'm like, don't even know how to. I don't even know.
Oh, the comb has entered you. LOL. Go ahead and like the live.
I don't know what that means.
I know. It's giving, I don't know. Just probably trolls being trolls.
What are you trying to say?
Right. Please explain in the comments.
Oh, look at that gecko. LOL. It's a house gecko. Can you spot the gecko? It won't be there that long. Okay, anyway, sorry, I got off topic though. But the Beckhams, yeah. So Brooklyn, I guess Brooklyn recently got married. It's giving that Brooklyn might be either, if not the oldest, one
Definitely
of the old. Okay, yeah, because he's the firstborn. So he's the oldest, and I guess he just got married. So he kind of just opened up about basically his mom and dad treating his new wife like, you know what, the bottom of the dump poop on their shoe, the gum stuck on the shoe, you know? And he did this like 6-page long, I think it was an Instagram post, I don't know, but it was kind of just like a short essay on how his family was treating her. And we just thought it was really interesting. I feel like we both resonated with different parts of like, I feel like it was a good essay on microaggression, you know? Because I feel like we typically talk about it in like workspaces. And I think for even better understanding and clarity, it helps if we identify it in a way that isn't something like race, something that is easier to see for some people, you know what I mean? Because some people just are not able to remove their bias. So basically Posh, and I don't think this is a surprise either, Posh microaggressed his wife in the worst way multiple times. So the one that stood out the most to me, and honestly, it would have been hard for me to trust her after this, as well, was, I guess, you know, so I think Posh I know she had that makeup line. I feel like before we were into makeup TikTok, I do remember she had something that broke the internet. I don't know if it was like an eyebrow pencil or a lip liner or something. Do you remember that, baby?
It was a contour stick.
Okay, that contour stick, I remember put her makeup brand, whatever it is, on the map. And that was the first time I heard of it. So she does have a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? In terms of like, she's got a makeup brand, she's got a clothing brand. So I guess with the clothing brand, she told her new daughter-in-law that she was going to design her dress. And after that,
hey,
hi,
Jack.
Black lesbians. Nice to meet you. What's up, Jack? Nice to meet you,
nice
too.
Nice to meet you, too.
So she told her daughter that she was going to design her wedding dress. And I guess this girl got all excited and told her friends and family that Posh was about to, AKA her new mother-in-law, was about to design her wedding dress. And then last minute, Victoria Beckham pulled out on her and said that she wasn't going to make her wedding dress. And I feel like that's really mean.
It's really, I mean, it's actively ruining the wedding.
It's a clear act of sabotage.
And all women, I don't care who they are, have had a thought about their wedding dress. It's one of the most important parts of the wedding, one of the most expensive things that you budget for a wedding. Like, and they're also not, it's not like she's some poor person. Like, she could have gotten a custom Chanel, custom Vera Wang, whatever she wanted. We know for a fact, if her mother-in-law hadn't suggested that she would do it for her, she would not have asked her for that. Right, exactly. She would not have asked her for that. So
that was kind of like one of the first things that she didn't do her wedding dress after she said she would. And I think they, obviously got over it, and moved on to the next thing. And then now you can talk about Boo. What part of it was the craziest for you?
The craziest part. The craziest part, I mean, it was literally all of it. Like, it's hard to even like pick one thing. I'm finally ready to lock. I got a part. I took what I could from the others without ripping your hair off. So
But sometimes you're gonna have to rip it, and that's okay.
so that's what you want me to do
To make the part clean.
to make it a perfectly square?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But all of it was traumatic for me. I mean, I feel like we should just go topic by topic. We started about the wedding dress. The wedding dress is, in our wedding, like, you expect your mom or like, people in your family to help you pick out a wedding dress. And I thought it was because we were in a gay marriage that my mother personally didn't want to help or be supportive with the wedding dress. And it's just always a really big deal. It's a huge statement because everyone knows how significant the dress is to a woman, especially if they've been married before. I mean, Victoria Beckham and David Beckham's wedding was basically a royal wedding.
Right.
Like, it's the fact that she didn't want this for her daughter-in-law is crazy. People have been throwing around, this is what a toxic boy mom looks like, possibly. You know what I mean?
I don't think possibly. I think we're confirmed on toxic boy mom.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm gonna part your hair. It's probably gonna hurt a little bit.
Just pull it. It's okay. Let me see what you're pulling. No, let me do it. Put your hands like you were about to do.
Okay, well, I gotta get back in the part.
Okay. I guess it's like if it's like just 5 or 6 strands like that, then it's fine. Yeah. So I feel like the thing about her not doing the that feels like it might be. I think like that. The thing about her not doing the dress is that it's not like she actually designs any of her stuff. She might do like one actual design her whole time, If it's in that lock like that, then you don't pull it out. It's just like if it's tangled up in here.
Okay, so thanks for clarifying, because that's what
Yeah,
I was trying to say, and I was like, I'm not trying to pull your hair out.
Don't do that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We're both learning.
Yeah. Okay. I need your head down a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying, though, the thing about the dress is it's not like she actually had to design the dress. That woman wasn't about to go, her new daughter-in-law, it's not even that woman. Her new daughter-in-law was definitely not about to go to her job and be like, yeah, I need to see the new designs and sketches for my dress from Posh herself.
No.
She just had to tell somebody at her job to do it. You know what I mean? So it is a big deal at her company to do it. So it is a big deal that she intentionally did not get this done or prioritize it being done for her daughter-in-law. It's mean.
It's very nice, nasty. And it's like, we were talking about this in the car, and I was like, I feel like it's less about like the dress and more about that was maybe the first time Victoria was implying or offered a nice gesture. And dropped out last minute. And I also don't think it's fair for these couples or these parents to not stand on business about being unsupportive of the marriage. It's like you could have been told her that we'll never accept you, because that's going to be an important decision in their relationship. Brooklyn needs to have an opportunity to make a conscious decision as to whether he's going to choose between her and his family. She needs to be aware of what she's walking into. You know what I mean? Because it's like you already know you don't like her and you're never going to like her. Like, don't offer to make her a custom wedding dress.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, like you said, it's just straight up mean.
It's just mean.
So, are we a couple? Yes, we are married. And, yeah, we're married 3 years. We just celebrated.
Yay!
And that's why we are talking about this stuff.
So the other part of it, I don't want to go in order. You can, if you remember some that I don't, feel free to like drop them in.
Let's just start with whatever sticks out.
So the other most toxic thing I feel like was her stealing the first dance.
Oh my God. That was incredibly jarring.
Incredibly jarring. So I feel like we've seen TikToks and memes of this where it's like the mom is honestly just completely out the window and will like be twerking on the son or anything like that. But obviously we weren't at the Beckham's wedding, but the post said that, you know, they had been practicing a long time. So I guess they got professional training or practice. Whatever. They got a professional choreographer to choreograph their first dance as a couple.
And let's not forget Mark Anthony was the wedding singer.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Mark Anthony.
Incredibly special moment.
Incredibly special moment. They were going to have their first dance, I guess, to the musical stylings of Mark Anthony. And Victoria Posh came and stole that moment from her new daughter. She said she wants to dance with Mark Anthony's voice lulling her, guiding her steps.
Okay. Do you mind staying still?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that's crazy.
I think it's crazy too. Because it's like, now, Victoria, haven't you gotten enough attention? You know what I mean? It's like you've literally been a Spice Girl, world tours, I'm sure selling out stadiums, have a reality show, photographed on every single red carpet.
And more than just attention, you could have Mark Anthony come to your own anniversary dinner if that's what you want.
Party.
You're David Beckham and Victoria Beckham.
Right.
People would love to come perform at your wedding or whatever it is.
Right. And I don't know what the justification was. But that's crazy. And also, why there's something called a father-daughter dance. You know, y'all could have inserted a mother-son dance, but you didn't have to have the first dance.
No.
How does that feel, babe?
Feels great.
Okay. I think I'm going to... I just have one more.
Wow, wait. Eddie!
Wait, I'm not done, baby.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Y'all, it's been a minute since my hair done got did.
It looks great. So I practiced on a Barbie, actually a Naturalista.
Got to clarify.
A Naturalista is a 4C hair doll, someone who has the actual texture of a black person in doll form, and that is who I practiced on, and it really helped. Okay, sorry, I just want to... It's similar. The only thing that's different is, like, you know, the hair isn't on a track, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's very similar.
So I feel like that was the main thing I remember is Posh stealing the first dance.
Yeah.
And not designing her wedding dress. And then I feel like it, you know, goes on to show some, like, a few other examples, but it's mostly just her being, like, nice, nasty, and not letting the dad not seeing them together. Like, I feel like it was another story where he tried to see his dad and the assistant was like, you can come, but your wife can't come.
Yeah. Oh yes, the birthday. So even after all of that, okay, what do you think?
It looks So even after all of that.
Even after all of that at their wedding, they still showed up, flew to London for the dad's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, you moving my view?
Mm-hmm. Because it needs to be closer to you.
Okay. Does that work? I moved it there because the lighting was better.
Yeah,
You think I'm too far away?
Yeah, I just moved it like a hair closer. I don't think it made a negative impact at all. Is that okay?
I guess wherever you want it, you can put it. I have put it where I wanted it.
Okay, we'll put it back where you want it then.
Okay, but if you want this to be like a detailed lock video, I'm happy to move it. Or
Do what you want, boo. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. So after all of that, the David Beckham, they went to his birthday and they didn't allow the new wife to come see her father-in-law, which is crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, first of all, David Beckham, you need to calm down. That little girl married your son. She is not worried about you. Whatever that was about is ridiculous. And I feel like it just is really, it's like, why be mean to this, young couple? I feel like when they came out, I'm sure that they had their own version of haters and people who didn't like that they were together and had negative things to say. And I just feel like every young couple, and I don't necessarily even mean like young in age. I just mean a young couple. It's like a 50 and a 75-year-old who just got together could be a young couple. You know what I mean? Like, I just mean somebody who hasn't been together that long, but they've decided to take a chance on love together. And just be supportive.
Yeah. I feel like we just don't understand why these parents are so unsupportive. And it definitely feels worse to me that they're involved. Like, I mean, I don't know Brooklyn Beckham's finances. I don't know if they paid for the wedding. I don't know if her family paid for the wedding. Yay, we got our first like. Amazing. I don't know why they need to be half in, half out. Like, parents, if you're not supportive of the marriage, there's a whole section, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Right.
It's actually much nicer to do that before the wedding.
Right.
Don't give mixed signals. And we're not parents, so we don't know what it's like, but it's called communication. It's called standing on business.
Yes.
You're literally torturing this new person in the family and not being welcoming, not doing anything marriage is supposed to do.
And you wouldn't want anybody to treat you like that. What's up at BA354Y2S? Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for the like.
Yay, what's up?
So, no, it's weird. And I feel like, I honestly don't know why it's national headline worthy. But I feel like what it is, I guess because it's relatable. And I feel like that's why we decided to talk about it. Just because, if there's a parent listening to us, when your person or your child brings home their person, unless they're visibly hurting or harming your child, you don't need to be mean to them.
Right.
It's not cool. And that's why I was talking about young couples. And it's like young couples already have so much up against them, whether it's people wanting the other person or all these. I mean, you know what it is. If you've ever been in a relationship, you know what that looks like. And there's always somebody who's got something negative to say. And I feel like, there's a lot. I feel like marriage is so big that when it comes in, there's a lot of resistance anyway. You know what I mean? So be supportive. Just be supportive.
I think you made a good point about this being a trending topic because it's relatable. We just watched Romeo and Juliet the other day.
Yeah.
And just with these warring families, it's a story as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like David and Victoria Beckham, like I said, they're like UK sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
No one has really said anything mean about them. You know what I mean? The worst thing was like them saying that she had an eating disorder back when everybody was saying that anyone of the skinny celebrities had an eating disorder.
Yeah, and I mean, nobody that we know said anything mean about them, but I
Yeah.
would be willing to bet because they were such a powerful couple that people in their friend groups had
Yes.
negative things to say.
Yes. But in terms of public scandal,
Yeah.
I can't recall a big one. So coming from their own son basically saying like, my parents are actually terrible people and they're terrorizing my wife, is new. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely thought Victoria Beckham was a terrible person.
Well, tell me. Let's
I
talk
would have
about
definitely guessed that she was a terrible person, and I also do think that saying somebody is anorexic, whether if you know that they are or if they're not, isn't nice. So
No.
I would never want to pick up a headline. I think it's just as talk. I think picking up and seeing a headline about you having anorexia is probably just as toxic as seeing somebody in a fat suit and a bad wig pretending to be you. Opposite ends of the spectrum, same exact type of humiliation.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I feel like, you know, I think that I just wouldn't, I don't, I feel like the other time that she went viral was when she was doing that legs straight up thing. I feel like that's probably when she first started like popping off on social media. She would just pop her leg up, but I don't know.
What is that? What do you mean, Papa?
She would literally like, is this a good time? I'll show you when you get done with my hair. With like this lock, but she would just pop her leg up. And that was the first time I saw her go viral. But
LOL.
I feel like she was not the nicest on Spice Girls. Like
No.
she just seemed like,
Yeah.
a cunty white woman, and I think that's kind of what her image and brand is, and it's good for her. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Because that bob, you know
That
what I
bob.
mean?
I definitely got my haircut in that bob, and it was so ugly.
I think a lot of women got their hair cut in that bob.
It was so ugly that it was so ugly. I'm gonna show the hair because that's interesting. Sorry, boo, for my initial reaction. But the bob, it was so bad that I shaved my whole head after my bob, and that's the last time I was like, that's basically Victoria was someone I was not looking at.
I feel like girls get bobs every day, and I feel like getting your weave cut into a bob is one thing. Right. I don't think any woman under the age of 30 has ever gotten their real hair cut into a bob and been like, you know what, I actually am the baddest bitch in the game.
No.
It's not a baddie hairstyle. I'm sorry to tell you guys.
It's not a baddie hairstyle, y'all. And she absolutely cut her weave into a bob.
She cut her weave into a bob. You can cut your weave into a bob and you can wear that cute little blunt cunt bob and that works. But if you're not doing that, it doesn't work.
Right.
So anyway, though, I never looked at her and thought nice woman. Now I feel like David Beckham. I didn't know anything about him, but Posh has never been known for being a nice woman.
It's true. It's true. I also feel like she ripped off Christian Siriano big time. Like her whole aesthetic for not
I don't even know who that is.
So Christian Siriano, he may have been like Cycle 1 winner of Project Runway. And I feel like Victoria Beckham completely copied his whole design style. He's now a successful designer and has people wearing his looks on the red carpet. Like it didn't hurt him in any way. But I feel like her first fashion line, her first runway show, looked exactly like his designs.
Yeah.
So you're right. Victoria Beckham, I forget that she was Posh. I think it was really shocking even to for Posh Spice to even have been the breakout Spice Girl. Because
I thought
she was
so
in the
too.
background.
Yeah.
She was she barely had
I'd
any
be willing to bet she can't
lines. You
sing.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure she can't sing.
She barely had any lines in the Spice Girls.
I don't think that was the point of the Spice Girls in the first place. So yeah, I knew not, and so I think it came out of nowhere that was the Spice Girl that David Beckham picked, and she became this. And I feel like she literally only became this celebrity because David Beckham married her. Kind of in the same way that Hailey Bieber is only relevant because Justin Bieber married her. And her whole brand was being mean.
Exactly. That's what I was
You're right. You're right. I don't know why I was just so surprised by this. You know what I mean? And I think because I probably hadn't heard anything about Brooklyn Beckham since like he was a baby.
No.
And it's like, wait, now you're 30 and getting married and having a public feud with your parents.
Right. But no, she's not a nice woman. And I also feel like that made me think about that's the reason all of this is going on. She's jealous of that new girlfriend, of that new wife. She's jealous of his hot young wife. I didn't really know anything about Nicola Peltz, but I guess she's an actress. She's had movies and all that jazz. Right. So I'd be willing to bet that she's really just upset because that woman is a constant reminder of the youth that has evaded her.
Yes, 100%. And I think that's the core issue with a lot of these. Okay, you want to take a look?
No, I trust you, boo. You know what you're doing.
Oh, no, I want you to see it, though.
I feel how great it looks.
Oh, thanks, boo.
I feel going from afro to having some established look.
Thanks, baby. Am I being gentle enough?
Yeah, you're being gentle enough.
Okay, I told you I'm probably too gentle.
No, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. You're being gentle enough.
This is the first time I've ever done wifey's hair, and I was practicing.
She told me, y'all, I don't know how true it is. She told me she ain't ever done nobody else hair.
I did not say that. I said I did someone's hair in high school. I used to cornrow, but it was like maybe once or twice. And I did my Barbie's hair. And maybe, like everyone braids their friends' hairs in kindergarten. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. But I've never. But you know what I am, though, is like if I watch something done enough, I can do literally the first time, just do it. It was like that with glass blowing, whatever it is. And also doing my own hair every day. So. But thank you. No, but that I wouldn't lie to you about that. I've never done. I wish I had someone's hair that I could do, but I was so busy doing my own damn hair.
Now that's the
I ain't had time to do anybody else's hair. I was blow drying, straightening, braiding.
But anyway, so that's Victoria Beckham and their family. It's not that interesting, but it was interesting enough to make headlines. What else, boo?
Wait, before we move on. The idea that he's being controlled.
Oh.
And just this narrative.
Yeah,
that
so
when a kid disobeys or does anything a parent doesn't want to do, it's because someone's doing mind control.
Pushing them up to do it. No, I thought that was really true. And I feel like that is, it's just a really relevant topic. The thinking that always wanting to assume somebody's under control when they finally by somebody outside of the people who were actually originally doing the controlling. So, he basically stood up to his parents and was like, you guys are acting like I'm doing something and you don't know why I don't want to come be around you guys, but you guys are actively doing exactly what it takes to make me not want to be around you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I don't know why they needed to make this such a difficult thing for them. I don't know if they really just feel like Brooklyn is their baby and it's hard to let them go. But I think this is a kind of sad thing to be in the news for, honestly. Yeah. I just do. And Victoria, if you ever see this, LOL, you need to go work on that jealousy and some therapy.
Yeah.
Whatever you perceive that girl of having or not having or not being good enough, whatever it is you can't accept her for, you tripping because your son loves her. And that's really the only requirement. As long as he's not showing up on your doorstep, beaten, bruised, and battered, you really don't need to have too much to say about it. She's not some street rat, she's also from an established family. So, girl, you tripping.
Right.
Victoria, you don't have to take all the heat. David, you tripping too. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be helping your son be and become a man, and you around here acting like a little boy.
Right.
So grow some kahunas and embrace your son's new wife.
Why do you not want to see her? Is it because... And, oh, hottest hot take. What if they had a thing? What if... And not even something actually happened between him and his now daughter-in-law, but if Victoria could tell that he thought she was attractive. Because she kind of looks like a young version of her.
I mean, what are you going to do, though?
Nothing, but... I'm just saying.
I know. I think you're right.
You know what I mean?
think you're right. But I'm just saying, it's like, what are you going to do? I feel like, there's a narrative or this notion that, your wife or your partner doesn't think anybody else is attractive. And that's just not true. You know what I mean? So as long as he didn't hem her up against the wall and grab her by the you-know-what, she tripping. Because it's like, that's David Beckham.
Right.
I would imagine if there's 100 girls in the room and David Beckham, I would guess only 80 of them aren't attracted to David Beckham.
Right. And I mean, and the same with Victoria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in their, these are international celebrities. And known for specifically being attractive. So, but I do feel like it brings up an important thing about why family merging is hard. Because I could see her being so jealous, worried that she's going to have an affair, or that she's too flirty when she's just trying to be a good daughter-in-law. And that's like a really hard thing to straddle. You know what I mean? Because they've equated like niceness to flirtation for women. You know what I mean? And when I say they, I mean men interpret and women, it's like, oh, she's being nice. It's because she thinks he's cute. You know what I mean? When it's completely missing the plot that it's the get to know you dinner. You know what I mean? And it's incredibly awkward. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, at some point, though, I feel like it's just having an attractive person. You know what I mean? It's like, if you get mad at every person who think your person is attractive, you're gonna be an angry, what? Because that happens every day, multiple times a day. That's just being with a woman, honestly.
And you should probably date unattractive people.
And the thing is, I don't even think that matters, though. I feel like we talked. That's why I missed Charles. Your dinner is ready.
How's the tension?
It's perfect, boo. You doing good.
Okay.
It's not too tight at all. That's why people was trying to take Charles from Miss Netta, okay? And both of them don't look, they're not the poster children for
attractiveness.
No. So it doesn't even matter about attractiveness. If you're in a nice, healthy relationship, something that is always fun to look up is, you guys know I'm an energy healer, Master Choa Kaksui, to a loving couple. Look up what a loving couple looks like. And that's how big and bright the energy of a loving couple is. And to somebody who doesn't have that, you don't have to see it, the energy, or know of the energy. It's like, because you feel it. And somebody who hasn't felt that, they don't know what about that relationship feels that. You know what I mean? They just know and are experiencing that couple together, and they want it for themselves. It's completely devoid of actual attraction.
Yes.
And it's just, it's not attraction to the person. It's attraction to the life that person has.
No. And you know what? And it's kind of like, I don't know why I didn't think Victoria Beckham would be jealous, would not be a jealous person. Because, I mean, I know she was one of your crushes, you know what I mean, from the Spice Girls. And I always thought she fell into the background, you know what I mean? And I feel like there was none of the Spice Girls were unattractive. You know what I mean? They were, but it was, she just felt, they put her in black and made her in the background.
She wasn't my favorite. She wasn't my favorite. I said I couldn't even decide who my favorite was because I loved them all so much.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't Posh.
Never mind. Wait, was it Sporty?
I feel like between Sporty and the red-haired one,
Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger.
Yeah,
I thought
everyone loved Ginger.
Ginger was fine,
and everyone thought that Ginger was gonna be the breakout star, and she did. She had a great solo career.
Yeah. But I also thought Mel B was beautiful, and then I feel like it was probably, this is my order of Spice Girls that absolutely nobody asked for. So I feel like at the top is Ginger, and then I feel like Baby Spice is next. I loved Baby Spice.
Baby was great,
and then I also thought. I feel like after Baby Spice has to be Mel B.
Yeah.
And probably then Sporty Spice and then Posh.
And then Posh.
Yeah, she was always at the bottom of the list. I just did think it was funny that she always wore little black dresses.
I literally cannot argue with that order because now that she's gone on to be a person outside of the Spice Girls, I do think Victoria Beckham is more attractive than Mel C. But Mel C was just a better Spice Girl. You know what I mean?
She was a better Spice Girl. And also I felt like Sporty Spice was like an identify. I feel like all girls could identify with Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
Because we had to be sporty sometimes.
Yeah. No, Sporty Spice gave us the formula on how to make athletic clothes cute. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
She did that high kick. It was great.
Sporty Spice was that girl.
Yeah, like she was, and honestly, she was visibility for tomboys.
She was visibility for tomboys, and I feel like in my young gay, I knew I was just a tomboy, and so I really appreciated Sporty Spice. I thought she was great. I watched the Spice Girls hundreds of times.
Yeah.
I loved shout out to my cousin Brianna. She'd be like, "What you want to watch?" Because she had an amazing VHS collection.
Yeah.
And I want to watch Spice Girls. Yes.
Same. And Ginger was always the best, and I don't know why things didn't work out for her.
Sounds like because her and Mel B was having a sordid love affair.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And she couldn't focus on the music because she was worried about what Mel B doing because Mel B was around here about to get pregnant by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm glad that Mel B had a comeback in her 50s.
Yeah, I mean, now I feel like who aged the best?
Is 100% Mel B. They just put her, and it's like...
And this is also why I feel like Posh is a bitch, because everybody is much more memorable, notable, and more beautiful than her. Continue.
Yeah. No, and I feel like literally just because I feel like she won UK marriage Olympics, like the only person that she could have married that would be higher ranked than David Beckham is one of the princes.
The royals,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And arguably only William, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's actually going to be king.
Right.
She won the marriage Olympics and no one said nothing negative. You know what I mean? Or just had any hate on her as like whether she's attractive, whether she's this, whether she's that. It's like, that's David Beckham's girl, and that's always going to be the case. You know what I mean? Like, he picked her. And he could have probably had whichever Spice Girl he wanted, and he picked her. Or the world.
I was about to say, well, wait a minute now.
Or the Ashleys.
Ginger was around here looking for Mel B.
Right. But like even if it was just for fame, let's be so for real. You know what I mean? And they got married really quickly. It wasn't like he strung her along or anything like that. He wifed her up immediately, and they proceeded to have a whole bunch of kids. And that's the only reason why people care about her. Hot take. Like, she would have fallen into the background.
Yeah, because I don't think she did literally anything else interesting after Spice Girls.
Eventually, she got that fashion line, but she was just walking the red carpet.
She's got the makeup and stuff now, yeah.
But only because they were, I mean, she was the Paris Hilton in some way, just on the red carpet with her husband. And I'm sure it was always because of business. You know what I mean? It's giving, I mean, they remind me so much of Hailey and Justin Bieber. But,
except, I feel like Hailey is not that interesting on her own, but I do feel like being Alec Baldwin's daughter is even more notable.
Interesting. That's so true.
At least her dad is, and I think her mom might be famous too. Yeah. But anyway.
That's so true.
Yeah, no. Posh is, who even is Victoria? What's her last name?
Beckham. We don't know what it was before though. No, that was just a joke.
That's what I meant. What's
I know what
name?
you mean. No, that was 100% a joke. Because I'm like, I don't have no idea what that woman's name is. Because even the fact that we know who Mel B, Mel C, Ginger, and what was baby's name, Emma. Like, we now know her name's Victoria, but did we know that before? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I never cared. I never cared.
Right, so... So anyway, obviously I had a lot to get out there, and and also the topic is trending because people are saying that. Oh, so also the mental health angle. Brooklyn Beckham said that his parents' control gave him anxiety, and now that he's in this marriage, he doesn't have anxiety anymore. And people are kind of like putting this in the same category as Ashley Tisdale, who complained about those
moms.
That mom group.
The thing about Ashley Tisdale complaining about that mom group is the fact that Hilary Duff decided to go on tour with the press is so messy and hilarious.
With who?
She's going on tour, and I'm just who in the fuck is going to see Hilary Duff's tour? I'm so curious. Who is buying tickets to that? Because she can't even sing.
Millennial moms. I definitely watched her new music video for Mature. We didn't watch it together because...
What, is that a new song she's released?
Yeah, I remember I was like, Hilary Duff came out with a new song. And I watched the music video. And
how is the song?
So it's basically so Hilary Duff's new song is about being an older woman.
Oh, she's mature now.
She's and yeah.
Okay.
And basically, like, you know, women aren't worthless because they're not 20 anymore. Kind of, it's an empowerment message.
No, Hilary, I don't think you're worthless because you're not 20 anymore. I don't think you're worthless at all. But I am curious what these songs are. You about to tour because you ain't released nothing.
And I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, my bad.
So she's literally, and I mean, and this is why Hilary Duff is Hilary Duff. She literally said, everyone who cares about me is now 35 to 40 or, you know, and what are they going through? They're dating in a world, because she's married, you know, but they're on Tinder and they're getting discriminated against for being over 30. I'm going to make a song for them. That's what she did. And that's why, so she's what's that word? Rallying her audience at their specific age group and making age-specific music for them.
I guess that content ain't for me because I ain't going to the Hilary Duff concert.
It's not for me either. I mean, I watched the music video and it was like, it was decent, you know, for Hilary Duff.
I mean, is it a good song?
I don't think so. But I mean, in terms of like, was production quality up to par? Like, yeah, was the music video shot with a director? Yeah, you know, there's literally nothing about it, but I just knew on listening to it, this is never going to be a song that anyone that I know is going to be excited about singing. But obviously, there are people out there who are in their 30s on Tinder where this is for them, you know what I mean? And she did that for them. I hope she comes out with better music. Sorry, that was a huge aside. But Ashley Tisdale, they make fun of her because they're like, girl, stop complaining because this is literally life. You know what I mean? And that's what people are saying about Brooklyn Beckham. Like, how is this news? Like, oh, your parents were mean to your wife. Like, join the club. You know what I mean? Or like, this isn't even, who cares? Like, it's not a big deal. And you're being a whiny baby, that kind of stuff. Okay, we can finally stop talking about this.
So the other thing we wanted to talk about, as always, is Miss Nicki Threesome.
Miss Nicki Threesome, aka Nicki Minaj.
AKA the new poster child for Christianity.
which is absolutely insane.
I don't know how Miss Nicki Threesome became the poster child for religion in Christ. That is insane to me. Um, so I guess first of all, there are the protests going on all over the country. I guess in Minnesota, they must have had someone who just recently died. So they've been protesting even more there. And I guess the protesters had already entered the church. We watched the live stream, and it's kind of a narrative about Don Lemon. Like, and Nikki single handedly instigated this narrative that Miss Nicki Threesome single handedly instigated this narrative, and that basically Don Lemon walked into the church during service when really the protesters barged into the church all on their own volition. Okay.
And who is Don Lemon?
Don Lemon, I don't know that much about him, but why he is relevant is he used to work for CNN. He used to be a huge CNN reporter. I saw him do the New Year's Eve thing one year. What, boo?
Nothing. I just wish, I guess I didn't, he just kind of falls into the background. He's a very unmemorable. I mean, not to diss him as a person, but I feel bad as a Black person for not knowing more about Don Lemon.
I don't know that much about him either, to be honest. And I feel like he had a bad rap for a long time. He had a bad rap about being what other people call an Uncle Tom. I'm not saying that about him. I'm just saying that that's what people have said about him, is that he was an Uncle Tom, and he didn't really get that much public respect. Yeah, no, he wasn't getting that much public respect. But
did Dave Chappelle make a skit making fun of him, or was that a different
Uncle Tom? This is what I'm going to say about that. I personally, that's not Dave Chappelle, so never mind. I was about to say the Boondocks did a version of an Uncle Tom, and he does kind of look just like what the Boondocks depiction of an Uncle Tom is. But that's not Dave Chappelle, so I don't know.
But continue.
But either way, I don't know if that's who he is or how he is. I'm just letting y'all know what has been said about this man, okay? But what I do know is that he used to be a reporter for CNN, and that he's still very much a huge reporter. I think I saw him in the news another time. He is vocal about Black rights. You know what I mean? And I feel like anytime I've seen him in the media, I've agreed with what he was saying, is my truth. So I don't know about this Uncle Tom business. I don't know about any of that. You know what I mean? I just know that that's what people was saying about my mans. But I don't know.
Man's
just for the sake of this conversation.
I did find out, because I was curious. I was like, why did he leave CNN? Because now he's a live streamer like us.
Right.
And he got, I think he said the wrong thing at the wrong time. He made a quote unquote ageist comment about Nikki Haley. And that's why he got fired.
Oh. Dang. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. I feel like it happened for him, though, because I feel like he's married now, and, I feel like he got his own little YouTube platform or whatever he
getting them views.
He getting them views. So Don Lemon is doing all right. And honestly, his name popping and buzzing right now, so he's really doing good. But anyway, so like I said, Nicki Minaj single-handedly instigated the narrative that he busts into this church amid service. But really, the protesters had already... Okay, my bad. The protesters had already went into the church, y'all. And he is a reporter. So once they had bust into the church and decided that they, as protesters, were going to disrupt service, because I don't know if they expected him to be like, wait, you can't go in there, because there wasn't even police outside doing that. So, he interviewed looks like the pastor and all of that stuff. And so Miss Nicki Threesome comes on X, formerly known as Twitter. Let me know in the comments if you're like me, and I'll always forget that it's X now, because I'd be like, what's she tweet?
Right.
So she got on X and called him a sea sucker. And also called him a thug and said that she hoped he got locked up.
And because I I can be slow sometimes. When we say sea sucker, we're talking about a male chicken. C letter, first word, sucker, because they specifically spelt it as like ocean sea, like SEAE, and no, it's the word sea star star star. Sucker male chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And first of all, girl, I have so much to say about this topic. It's literally insane. First of all, what I find insane is that literally her name is Nicki Threesome. Nicki Threesome is now the poster child for religion in Christ, which is insane. Okay. Go ahead.
Good point about, because in threesome, because it's like, you may be like, oh, why is a threesome gay, or you know why it's anti-Christian, but why is it gay or LGBT?
It's definitely
no matter what gender ratio of a threesome, that is queer.
God ain't got threesomes nowhere in the Bible.
Right.
Y'all love to get on here and tell us we going to hell and all kinds of things because we gay, but what does God have to say about Miss Nicki Threesome?
Exactly.
So anyway, y'all have decided that she's the new poster child for religion in Christ, which is honestly beyond, but just accepting that narrative. I just can't believe how she openly, first of all, I feel like the first time we came to you guys with this topic, it was because she had publicly denounced and shamed Black women. And now she's trans, talking about boys will be boys. And I feel like, oh my gosh, it's just so infuriating. Because first of all, I saw today, and nothing wrong with LaGuardia High School.
LOL.
I know.
Oh, I didn't even mean that. I just meant about whatever you about to say about LaGuardia High School.
Well, I don't even know too much about LaGuardia High School, but I know that it's not college prep. And I know that Nicki is not educated in any capacity behind a high school education. So I'm not even sure why we're taking political advice from her. I don't even think she knows what political science means, looks like. I don't know in any way why, besides her having control over the Black women and people that she has decided that she no longer aligns herself with, because she doesn't even introduce herself as a Black woman or a woman of color. She says she's Trinidadian. Now, not even American. She is as far as I'm concerned, an illegal resident. Until Trump wanted to call for Obama naturalization papers. Nicki, bring them to the front. What the fuck are you doing here? First of all, okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, though, it's like I don't even know why we would listen to her, because I don't even think she has any type of political science education. She hasn't even taken Poli-Sci 101, and we listen into this person talk about boys will be boys and women can change their mind. And so it's like part of what irritates me about her having this platform is she's not even saying anything intelligent at any moment. No. Whether it's calling Don Lemon a sea sucker or saying that boys will be boys and it's okay for women to change their mind and Black women shouldn't be shaming young white women for their looks. It's literally hot air. There's no intelligence behind those words. There's no depth. There's no creativity. There's no, life-changing or empowering message. It's literally just her standing up there like an idiotic puppet, babbling.
Yeah, sharing them talking points.
Sharing talking points. It's giving NPC. It's honestly weird at this point.
Is she a real person?
I don't think she's a real person. This has to be a Nicki clone. The real Nicki Minaj is locked up in her pedo brother's basement, and he won't let her out.
LOL.
So I feel like it's honestly really weird that y'all are even taking her advice, or letting her, be a political moral compass. So, and then for her to have built her entire platform on LGBTQ backs by whether it was queer baiting when she first came out, or the Barbs being obviously gay men.
Right. Who were attracted to her.
Who were... Not this video, boo. It's now a complete flip. So, like Black Lesbian Off Grid A pointed out, it's Nicki threesome, and no matter how the threesome breaks down, we're getting into like queerness, we're getting into taboos, we're getting into all of that kind of stuff, right? And so, for you to be coming out on your platform completely okay with all of this stuff, and now referring to somebody as a sea sucker, and some people were like, I don't think it wasn't a homophobic slur. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. To bring up anything relating to what he does with his husband, who is interracial, by the way. And I feel like, she also retweeted someone else who pointed out that he was interracially married. And it's like, y'all need to come on and get with 2026.
Someone else, aka Dr. Umar.
Oh, right. What Dr. Umar and his followers. First of all, you don't have to be married to a black person to understand and identify as a black person. If you've been walking around your whole life with a black face, you're pretty much qualified. Okay? That's it. That's the qualification. Marrying outside of your race, marrying interracially, this is getting out of hand. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You can be a black activist and still be married to a white person. And that's a hot take, but it's also the truth.
I feel like it was the whole premise of Dear White People, that show on Netflix.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it or finish the movie, but the little bit I did see of the movie was that.
Yeah. So I don't know what that narrative is, but that doesn't make him any less qualified to understand what it's like to move through the world as a black man. So y'all should come off of that.
In some ways, he has a better firsthand knowledge of racism
because
being
he's
in these white spaces,
and he's seeing with his husband the direct differences and comparisons.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a whole, and I'm sure we've connected on this, being a suburban black, and the struggles, because what are you supposed to do? Not talk to anybody except black people? You know what I mean? It's just especially as a child.
I just feel like the truth is love doesn't work that way. And I don't feel like you can be LGBTQ plus and not be a proponent for interracial dating and relationships, because the truth is you don't get to pick who you love. No. You don't get to pick who makes your little private part rise or feel or jump or feel something. It just happens.
Including the gender in addition. You know what I mean? All of it.
And all of it. So, I feel like in 2026, as we, maneuver through all of these different, political climates and all of that stuff, we need to stop saying that you have to be a certain race to be an activist, because the truth is that's divisive.
It's incredibly divisive, and it's a tool used to suppress organization and organizing and activism. So you're basically falling into, they don't want you to protest because they want you to be fighting so much in between each other.
Right. So this doesn't make him any less qualified because what he does do is speak openly in favor of Black Americans, which is something that Miss Nicki Threesome isn't doing right now. Yeah. Miss Nicki Threesome isn't doing that right now, and she is also working with an administration that I have yet to see do that, so it's weird. Going back to the sea sucker.
I'm about to lock it.
Sea sucker is hate speech, because that's not her friend. That's not her homie. That's not how they talk. They don't have a rapport. Okay. She said it to be mean, and she specifically said it to imply that he was a gay. So then by ending the tweet with saying this thug needs to be locked up, I feel like that's also a denunciation of blackness, honestly, because referring to this gay man as a thug.
Also, it's like, Nicki, you are literally a rapper.
Not only is she a rapper, she is an illegal resident. We are calling for her papers right now. The petition to have her deported has grown. I think last time I saw the 400,000 signatures.
Exactly. And her whole public image was associating with thugs. I mean, one of the first times we saw Nicki was in the Gucci Man Bricks video.
Yeah,
And it's
true.
just, I mean, you're a female rapper.
If she's a thug.
Exactly.
She's a thug. She bees in the trap. She got that song too.
Bees literally in the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're moving along.
They feel so good, boo.
I'll get faster.
I'm not worried about the speed. Wow, y'all. I didn't know when my hair was going to get done again.
And I literally had no idea that I was going to be the one to do it, but I'm so grateful. So how would you rank, or not rank, but like, how is the experience? Is it painful? Does it feel like it's going to be tight in the morning?
No, it feels great. It feels perfect tightness. I'm also looking to show you guys too how long these ones that are done are versus this side. So funny. Yeah, so it's it leaves me speechless, honestly. Um
Yeah, it's because I feel like we're just when this woman knows that she was supposed to be for the girls and the gays, and to turn blanketly on the gays like this, not coincidentally the same week that she owes $530,000.
Can't forget it. And I'm so glad you brought that up. So it's like a lot of y'all keep saying that she's doing this hoping that she'll get a pardon. Her husband's case can't be pardoned. It was a federal crime, okay? And that's why I said too, honestly calling for the cancellation of Nicki Minaj right here in this live stream, because even if that was the case, that is insane. If your husband is a child sex offender, a rapist, everybody deserves to know.
Right. Why does it need to not be? You know what I mean?
If it was going to be bad for your brand or bad for publicity, you shouldn't have married him.
Right.
That's it. You shouldn't have married him.
So, perfect example, if you can't control who you love.
You can't control who you love, and
she prefers
the company of molesters, rapists, and pedophiles, and felons, and what are actually thugs.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's also ironic that she is the exact epitome example of what she is pushing the narrative against.
Yes,
and so is her husband too.
And I think that's why they picked her. To be the spokesperson.
And y'all going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all going right for it. Y'all's barbs. I'm like, if you leave her alone, okay. She gonna be turning the key on y'all asses too. So, and then getting back.
I'm about to lock it.
Okay, I'm keeping my head down. Then getting back to what we were saying too, y'all love. I spent the last time it was more people in here, and y'all was trying to defend, and y'all acted like I was speaking a foreign language when I told y'all homegirl ain't had no money. But sis don't have no money. The judge deciding this week on that house. She about to lose that house. That's why she had to call. That's why she clocked in to work yesterday. Mm-hmm. Okay, because it's also so performative, and so she's being hired to behave and act and say these things. Because do y'all really think that Nicki Minaj sits at home watching Don Lennon's live stream? Y'all think she cares about ICE that much? She doesn't care about ICE that much. The only reason she'd have to care about ICE is if they showed up to her house wanting some documentation.
Right.
She does not care. They called her and personally told her to come on and go to work. They got something on them.
Right.
Because I don't know exactly. Well, first of all, this Trump administration, it doesn't matter what side you're on. They do attack all media outlets, which is really interesting to watch. Suing Paramount Plus for $15 million plus. Was it the Stephen Colbert who he tried to get canceled?
Jimmy Kimmel.
It was both of them.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it was Stephen Colbert. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I believe it was Stephen Colbert because it was two of them: Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, And then he also sued Paramount Plus. I think he got Netflix to pay him something. I think he's also currently demanding something from the BBC. I mean, Trump's got all media outlets on his payroll, which, you know, I ain't mad at him. AOG LLC media is open for business.
LOL. Watch out, baby.
But either way you look at it, he's got these media companies on payroll. So, you know, we also know why, because every administration does this. Again, not singling this administration out. They all use media celebrities, you know, to help push and drive their narrative. So either way, though, Nicki is on the payroll. Somebody called Nicki, told her to come in and clock into work today, and she was happy to do it because she ain't got till the end of the week to come up with them coins to pay for that lawsuit. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to go look that up. I posted on my community post. I posted it because I know y'all can't fathom this woman being broke. But what y'all don't realize is Biggie, even after Biggie told y'all more money, more problems. And if you live in a multi-million-dollar lifestyle, but you don't continuously make multi-millions of dollars, that starts to how your lifestyle's costs starts to outweigh how much money you actually have. And some of y'all know that better than y'all think y'all do, but y'all just don't want to believe that because y'all see this woman's face plastered everywhere. But, you know, one person gets paid from selling your person to TMZ, and it's not the celebrity. It's the person who took the photo. So I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to realize that she is going to continue to shamelessly exploit herself, publicly denounce black people, gays, disalign herself. Because it's like, if you're Trinidadian, you should go back to Trinidad.
Right.
Why do you want to be here? You don't have to. You know where they're not telling people they can't worship God, because that seems to be her new thing in Trinidad. Right. If you go right back to your backyard, girl, right, you could be worshiping God till your knees fall off.
Yeah. It truly is crazy. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I mean, it was hidden in plain sight. You know, the Caribbean has been known to have some homophobic laws. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, why someone would be okay being the face, you know, having certain people come to their concerts if you don't agree with them politically. It really spending their money. Make sense.
If there are people, and this is my truth. Now, it ain't everybody, because $1 million is $1 million, but there are in fact corporations, things I would not do, people I would not take that money from as much as I could use $1 million.
Right.
And that's having morals and standards. And, you know, I don't think I'm better than anybody because I have my morals and standards. You know what I mean? And some of y'all's point of view, that's what's keeping me from whatever that $1 million that you're talking about is. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that.
Right.
You
exactly.
know? But that's what shameless exploitation is. When you're not when you don't have those morals and boundaries. What did you about to say, love?
I was just agreeing with you.
Mm-hmm. So, y'all. I hear Oya snoring.
Oh. My bad. I just got my first linked lock. It happened so fast.
Linked lock?
Like it, they're like tied into each other.
Oh.
You know how,
it want me to just rip it?
No. No, baby.
But that's what you got to do.
Okay. All right. You can rip it right here.
Which ones are stuck together?
You want them? Oh my God. Hey, Made, what's up?
You can get like scissors and cut it, I guess. I would get scissors.
I was going to try and loosen them, you know, but I guess that's the stuff that the stylist's doing.
Africans living in a hut. LOL.
Is that what it looks like we're living in? But let's Reset. We're the happiest
Happiest black women you know, because we are lesbians who chose freedom by building an off-grid life in Hawaii.
Go ahead and like that live. Thanks for the like.
Yeah,
Appreciate
LOL. Africans living in a hut is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
But
You can, come back closer. It helps. Get comfy.
I forgot what we was talking about, y'all.
Nicki Minaj needing to pay that money.
Oh.
How can she be okay having hidden in plain sight if she's been homophobic this whole time? How is she?
Oh, and that's what I was getting at by saying all of that stuff. If I had that much of a problem where I was going to have a whole platform on not liking y'all, I wouldn't be taking y'all money. That's why I think Chick-fil-A full of it too. Why on earth would you be taking our money, Chick-fil-A, if you don't like them gays? Right. You know, and that's why I feel like Chick-fil-A is respectable, because we don't have to spend our dollars at that company. We're going to do it on our own.
Exactly.
You know, they don't
make it very clear
where they stand.
Where they stand.
So I don't know. If you black and gay and still supporting Nicki Minaj, something is wrong with you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call it like I see it. You tripping. You anti-black. And you're full of self-hatred.
Right. And sadly, there's a lot of people like that.
Oh, for sure. No question. For sure. You know, it's really sad, honestly, because I do think that, you know, there are some people who really idolize celebrities like that. And I'm sure she really has disappointed some people. I see all the time people looking for like trans creators or non-transphobic creators and all of that stuff. And I feel like, you know, when I see that, it just makes me aware of how much negative rhetoric must be following them online to where they are seeking. Definitely use the small black scissors, not those.
Okay. I honestly don't want to cut them.
Just leave it.
And I just want to go ahead and just lock it, you know. I don't.
Yeah, just leave it.
If you can stretch it apart, that's great.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's up? I'm trying to keep my live from loaded in pieces. I can't stand when it does that.
I mean, feel free. Oh, well, there are people in there. LOL. What's up, y'all? Thanks for watching. We're talking about Nicki Minaj. Let us know if you have any thoughts on her current drama with Don Lemon. Are you still a Nicki fan? Also, any other hot celebrity topics that are on your mind, feel free to drop them in the chat. We're going to be here for a while.
But also, I feel like, you know, it's not even about supporting MAGA, you know, because the truth is there are a lot of people who support MAGA without pushing hate speech. You know, there's a lot of people who support MAGA without calling people that are publicly sea suckers, without demanding that they be locked up and thrown in jail. Like, it's all at some point it's just about respecting people.
Exactly. I was literally just thinking it's just choosing to be disrespectful. And I don't know why she's choosing to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think because she's desperate.
Yeah.
I think with what Nicki is doing right now, we're getting to see what a desperate woman looks like. And it's really kind of sad, you know.
It started with TikTok Shop.
It started with TikTok shop and the nails and going viral for being mean to the woman who was just trying to help her launch her stupid nail kits, you
Right.
know. Um, and now it's publicly being aligned and affiliated with pedophiles, rapists, and felons.
Right.
Um, I think like it's sad.
It's really sad.
She going out bad. She's down bad, y'all.
I haven't seen a worse going out of a black woman than this. Probably Diana Ross. When people, her being a pedophile or whatever, with Michael Jackson.
Do people even know about that though, or talk
know
about
now.
it? Because I didn't know about it. But did she ever have a point in her career where people publicly questioned why she was walking around with Michael Jackson when he was 16?
I don't know because I wasn't, old enough at that time, if even alive.
I feel like I've not heard any of the people
Watch
who
out,
were
baby.
relevant around that time talk about it. I'll have to ask them. I'm gonna ask my mom next time I talk to her.
Right.
What is that? You don't. But no, she going out. She down bad, y'all. And this is why she's doing this. And what I don't know is what her husband is doing.
Right.
But maybe she wanted them shameless exploiting women, and that part of her kink is that she ain't making her man lift a finger. She takes care of her man's financially, physically, in all the ways.
Yeah, some people are into that.
Yeah, I think she definitely is. Because I feel like that was what Safari was too. And then I thought it was crazy because there's also X barbs. Y'all let me know where I'm at or how I'm wrong about this. But I thought that there was a part where she talked about how Safari and his mama would be not Safari. LOL, that's the girl from
Meek Mill.
No. Is his name? I thought Safari was like one of the not loving hip hop girls, Flavor of Love girls. But Safari, or I don't know, is her man or whatever. But apparently him and his mama used to be making fun of her and saying she wasn't ever going to make it. And Safari can't do nothing except, I guess he could lay pipe. That's how he must have kept his fame. So he must be good at that. And that's how he got on Love and Hip Hop or whatever. But he don't got no talents. He doesn't rap a lyric. He doesn't make a beat. He doesn't do a dance. He don't be doing nothing but aligning himself with women who are happy to take care of him. So, there's also that. But I brought him up though because I do think Nicki Minaj is the type of person that she likes to take care of her men, her boyfriends. I feel like I could see Nicki being like a dominatrix.
I mean, that's kind of her thing.
Yeah. So
They my sons.
They my sons. Yeah, no, I definitely could see her being a dominatrix. And I think, what's his name? I think it's like Kenneth Petty. I think he's her latest sub. And she don't make her subs work. She shamelessly exploits herself so that they don't have to.
Which...
That's y'all leader, though.
Right.
That's who y'all said. That's who the Barb said that girl is.
So as I move up, it needs to be based on what happened to that last log. I really we gotta be still. I gotta be, you know what I mean, not moving too much, so I can make sure that I'm not grabbing.
Let me bring y'all down here so I ain't got to make my stylist upset.
No, you're not. I'm upset that it's hard to not connect these two logs. And I keep wanting to, but anyway, I'm going to come back to it. But in the meantime...
I didn't rip it apart?
You did, but because it's so close together, they're tied together again. And I'm going to unloop
Which
it.
Which one?
Those two. They're just so close together, but you can't rip it apart. I got to unloop it in order to do it. And I don't want to have to run into this again. That's why I'm just like... if you can just be as still and not move as much as possible, that would help. It's not your fault. I just need a still head.
Do you know how it happened?
Yeah, because they're getting smaller and your hair is getting more dense as I move up, whereas it was at the bottom. It's really easy, you know. But it's like I'm picking up, passing through, thinking I'm part of one lock, but all it takes is just like getting one hair of that other lock in, and then it locks together. Or all it takes is a few hairs.
Would it help if you use like bobby pins to keep the locks that are not a part of that one?
Yeah, absolutely. I will do that next time. Let me just get these apart now.
Okay, and I'm just trying to help. I'm not.
Yeah, no, but I'm just being transparent with you. I'm not trying to raise alarms or cause concerns. I'm just trying to do your hair right, as best I can the first time. So one thing I need is a really stable foundation, so I'm not so I have a clear cut, and then the gel I can add, and then the bobby pins.
You about to cut it?
No, I'm not about to do anything. I'm not going to rip nothing. I'm just taking time to identifying where it got looped and then untie it. Am I hurting you?
No, I feel like I'm trying to keep my head down. I feel like part of keeping my head down is not getting all excited and talking. You okay?
Yeah, you know I'm a perfectionist, so I'm mad that this happened.
Were you able to undo it?
Yeah, I'm unlooping it now, but it's still like connected.
I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and end.
End the live stream?
We can start
I'm
again
down.
once we're in flow, but I don't think we're in flow right now.
No.
All right, y'all. See you next time. Love you. Bye. Dang.
10 views, but 20 subscribers. Did your shorts go out?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. So I feel like that
Not
now
this
proves...
short, though. My Nicki Minaj short did not do good.
I'm going to go ahead and end my live as well. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're about to restart. I'm just untangling it.